Hi there, and welcome to my next video on my YouTube channel, Unapologetic with Lorelei. I hope you're having a great day. I'm certainly having a great time here at the heathland, and well, a little bit forest heathland with a little bit of snow, which is always nice, and a little bit of sunshine. So it's a nice combination. And coming to that, it's giving a very calm feeling, which is a little bit of what I wanted to talk with you about today. Is how you can choose calm not necessarily as a reward, actually not as a reward, but as your baseline, which is a very different approach to your calm, to inner peace, to feel in general very okay. And because I know for most of my life I've been giving myself only time for calm and for rest. Um, After I knew everything was okay, everybody else around me was okay, my kids are okay, and only then I would give myself time for calm and peace, and even a cup of tea would be a luxury at that time. And I notice now that I should tackle things differently. And I don't know if you have a habit like that as well of doing that. And I believe many of us, many women, are doing this. And so perhaps it resonates for you. This topic from here from the sunny heathland, windy a little bit, but still very nice. But I'm going to talk more about this topic: how you choose calmness um, as your baseline and not as a reward after all. So I'm going to talk more on this topic, and I'm going to flip the screen and show you around in this beautiful area where I am at this particular moment. And I hope you can get a little bit of the vibe, which also brings calm actually, because that's why one of the reasons I do my walk and talks here. I find it nicer than sitting in a studio or sitting in a fixed room and talking to you. I think this is much more natural, and my talk also becomes more natural and fluent, I guess, because it's like today it's talking about calm. Walking around here does make me feel very calm, and maybe that reflects in my videos. So I'm going to flip the screen, show you around where I am at the moment, and continue talking about our topic. So I hope you're going to enjoy me and you're going to join me for my walk here. I see you on the other side of the screen. Well, right, I just flipped my screen, and now I'm going to show you what I'm seeing here myself. And I love nature, and for me also, always the sky is a part of nature as well. And I really, really am always impressed with the changes of the changes of the sky and the colors and everything like that. And yeah, I love it very much. So I always take that also with me in my walk here and in my talk, and showing you the neighborhood and the surroundings where I am at this moment. So coming back to the topic of today is, what we said was just, choosing calm as a baseline and not as a reward, which is a very, very important thing, I guess, because as I said, for most of my life, I really treated my life, uh, I treated calm rather than like a reward and something I will get later, one day, one moment, one of these days, etc. And I think later, that's what I would think that after things were handled, then I would have my calm and my peace and my time for myself, or things to put just to enjoy calm in general, no matter how you wanna do it and how you wanna call calm for yourself. But I would do it after all my responsibilities were met and after everybody else was okay, and so I could say that I consider my calm to be conditional. It was conditional, and coming to another age now, I'm 62 years of age, and coming to an age now of saying, well, my children are bigger now, and everybody else around me is pretty adult as well, and so I realize now also that when my calm is postponed all the time, well, it rarely arrives. That's my experience anyhow, and because there is always something else and another task to do, or another thing somebody asks you to do, or another worry that you have, or another expectation even that you have, and all of this goes first before taking calm moments and before giving yourself some calm time in your life. And well, I learned now it's not no longer sustainable for me. I get exhausted from it. I'm not getting very happy from it anymore, and that because that was a tricky thing. I think it was also rewarding for me in a way that when I saw everything working out fine, that was okay for me, and I would be gladly, give up my calm for that. But as I said, things start to go differently a bit when you get older, and you start to see things a little bit differently on that topic as well. And so I can say, I don't know if it resonates to you, if you feel it that way as well, or if you are are going through something like that, or about to go something like this, and you feel something's off a little bit, things are no longer a little bit satisfying anymore, and you feel more the need for some more calm and peace. And I don't mean nothing boring. I just, you can still be very much alive, but with much more calm inside. And that's for me. I believe now in for me this the pattern of letting everything else go first before it's my time to have some peace and quiet and calm. No longer is sustainable for me, and because my nerve system it doesn't really respond so well to it anymore lately, and you know because to constant postponement is just not a healthy thing. I do realize that now. I'm very sorry. My throat is getting a little bit dry here. Must be the wind in my throat here. Because I don't know if it resonates to you, but I noticed that my I don't recover. My nerves don't recover so much so anymore so quickly the way it used to, and I don't kind of bounce back anymore the same way I used to, and so for me the questions changes, and so instead of asking myself, when can I finally rest, when do I finally have moments for myself, I'm asking myself now from what if calm is the point of where I begin and take other things from there. And it's a really really interesting thing to see what's happening with you inside and with your nerve system as well, and with your days. How you feel these in. It's really amazing to see the difference, and I could even say improvement, if you want to call it like that. Because I just noticed that when calm is your baseline, is your starting point, you start to tend to make very much different choices, and well, that's what I did, and well, this is what my channel is about in general, because it's about my insights, my life experiences, and how I feel or see things. And of course, you don't have to agree with that. You don't have to agree with all of that, but maybe for sure things might resonate, and and you might enjoy, realizing that if you go through something like this, or if you feel this is a kind of wake up call for you, then it's nice to know that you're not alone in this. You're really not, and I think it's happening to a lot of people worldwide here. We're coming to this point, and so I believe that if you don't rush into things that don't fit, that's where a good point where calm is starting. And if you just don't say yes just to relieve pressure from whatever it is, from work, from tasks, from people, and well, it's a kind of relief. It gets the stone out of your stomach if you have one, that is. And you notice it also sooner when something is misaligned, because you just, as I said, you just don't say yes to relieve pressure or anything like that. And and misalignment is a very uncomfortable thing. It's a very bad thing. It's an unhealthy thing, and I think for many of us, let it slide too easily in our lives. And so if you do feel like that, and I really hope you can do something about this, or you want to do something about it. And because I really can tell you that calm doesn't really make life smaller, and on the contrary, even it makes it much more clearer. And by the way, I hope you do enjoy the scenery that I'm showing you here from where I am at this particular moment. A little tip I always give in my videos, that many of us are watching YouTube on our mobiles, which is of course great and many times available. But I think also, well, my experience is that these views that I'm showing you here from my surroundings are very, very nice to watch on TV as well, if you have the time for that. But as I said, maybe it's a part of your calm. You never know. But as I said, calm doesn't make life smaller, but a lot clearer. And because you still act, and you still engage, and you still care. Of course, you still care, but you do it from steadiness and not from urgencies or pressures or anything like that. So, if you see this kind of calm unfold, and then and then also how these years can maybe unfold for you, then I hope you don't wait to earn your calm, and to choose your calm as well as your baseline, and not as an extra or as a reward. So, my advice for this year, if I am in a position to give you any advice, then I would say choose it first, choose calm first, and let everything else organize itself around that. And I hope you have a very nice year. But first, let's have a very nice day today. And because that's what I wish for you here. I hope you have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm posting daily my videos, so you can always subscribe to my channel or give a thumbs up for the video.